Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you might be watching this. For me, it's I think it's like 12:30 at night. So if I'm a little bit quiet, forgive me. So I went and competed at a tournament in Wilmington. It was a small tournament at a bar. There was only 8 pullers. I wound up getting third right hand, fourth left. Uh, Probably the second best team in North Carolina is home based in Wilmington, and a lot of them showed up. Ryan Dunwoody, Scott Clements, Adam, I can't pronounce his last name, Vince, super tough guys, real tough guys. Um, I got a really lucky win on Ryan Dunwoody. It was all strap set up. He was very relaxed. That's the only reason why I got third on the right hand is because I beat him. I would have gotten fourth on both right and left because I legitimately was probably the fourth best puller in the place, so right in the middle of the pack. Um, Ryan just slept during the setup, and I got lucky. Shit happens, right? Lightning can strike even with me. Then, I can talk. 4 short days later, um, I competed against my team, the Carolina Rollers, for team rankings. Now, to a lot of people watching, they're probably, it's team rankings. What does that matter? To us, we take it very, very seriously. Um, I wound up taking third in that. I was hoping for first, but realistically was expecting second. Um, hey, hats off. I got beat by both Levi's. Young Levi, which is 16, he's the guy who I expected to get beat by. I knew he was going to pass me. I just didn't know how fast. It seems like he's there. Um, you know, Maybe in the future I find the lane. I don't know, but as of right now, I'm not in his league. Uh, and then I got beat by Levi 2. Now, this is no dig on Levi 2. Uh, he did a great job. He did. Tons of excitement and energy and drive and commitment to pull off what he did. Um, and he wound up getting the win. Uh, I don't think he should have. I think I screwed up. I think that I'm a stronger puller. I think I'm a better puller. But again, I know Ryan Dunwoody is a stronger puller and a better puller than me. But I beat him, and Levi 2 beat me. Uh, so hats off. Like, my team is really, really coming along, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Um, with that said, a lot of things have been kind of plaguing me, and I've been pushing really, really hard lately for a couple of months now, 3 months, and you know, aggressively dropping weight along with increasing strength has really put a toll on me. I'm 43. I'm not a young buck anymore. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a step back from arm wrestling just a little bit, not quitting. But what I'm going to do is take about a month off of table time and practice to give my tendons time to heal. I'm going to take the same month off from like heavy arm wrestling training. I'm going to be taking 2 weeks off from hand and wrist training because with my hand and wrist, when I'm doing volume, it's not super heavy weight anyway, and it's isolated just to my hand and wrist, and my hand and wrist is not bothering me. It is all brachialis, bicep, in that elbow area, and mainly bicep area. So I'm going to give it time to heal. Now, with my gym workouts, I'm taking a week and just relaxing a little bit. And then, it's back to the gym workouts and it'll be the same thing. The only difference is instead of having a push day and a pull day and a leg day, I'm going to basically do a whole body workout 3 days a week. So, I'll have basically squats, bent over rows, and bench presses 3 days a week. And I will probably throw in on one of those days maybe biceps and shoulders. And again, they won't be super heavy because I want to give the biceps time to heal. So there would be more volume, lightweight volume stuff for the biceps. And then maybe one day I'll throw in some triceps and, abs or something. I'll figure that out. But the general fitness stuff isn't going to stop. Hand and wrist stuff really isn't going to stop. It's going to be the heavy arm wrestling lifts, and it's going to be the table time. I need to give my tendons time to heal up. And I honestly do believe that when I do that, I'm going to be a whole lot stronger than I am now. Once a week, I'm also going to be doing rice bucket again, just to, again, put a pump into my arm. And then once a week, I'm going to flirt. This is going to be after 2 weeks. I'm going to flirt with doing just isometrics. Just, back pressure, rise, and maybe cup isometrics. And that's it. There won't be any dynamic lifts. There won't be any, super heavyweight. It'll just be, like 5 sets of 5 isometrics. Just hold for 10 seconds, let go. Hold for 10 seconds, let go. I'll probably use the other hand to lift the weight. So, again, I'm going to be protecting myself as much as possible over the next month. But I don't want to lose a ton of strength or a ton of anything. And I'm just going to gauge it. I'm going to see how I feel. But I am taking the month off from the table time, and I'm taking a month off from the heavy arm wrestling specific workouts. 2 weeks off from hand and wrist, 2 weeks off from the isometrics, probably 2 weeks off from just bicep workouts, period. Just to see if I can let this bicep heal up a little bit. Some positives. Yes, I made, even with watching the match over and over again and seeing the technical and the tactical errors that I made against Levi 2, I was able to hold him in his lane for like 7, 8, 9 surges, and that's his lane. That's where he is most comfortable pulling, and it's my weakest lane. I don't hook. And I was able to basically hold him in a palm up hook, and I kept getting rotation like 7, 8, 9 times. If I had a little bit more endurance, I might have been able to turn him over. I don't know, but kudos to him. If you guys do watch the match, it's up on my Facebook Live or Facebook page, and it's a live feed. His match with me is like 30 minutes in. Excuse me. Like I said, at 12:30 at night here. And again, in case you guys think that I have any animosity for my teammates, I don't. I take every loss seriously. It's a learning experience for me. So don't think that I'm like, all like, oh shit, I lost to Levi. Oh, I suck. No. It's a learning experience. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Is it something that, is just completely out of my control at this point? Even Levi, young Levi, I feel like there was a very slim chance I could have beat him, and not even in the press, because he honestly thought I was going to press him. I thought that was a lane. He closed that lane. So Hunter, if you're watching this, he closed that lane in case you thought you had an in, because I know you probably watched the video and you saw us testing the press against him. He closed that lane. So I wish you the best of luck, because I know how strong you are or were. I'm sure you're stronger now, but Levi feels like a whole different animal. So I think it's going to be a hell of a test for you. I really do. But getting back to what I was saying, I have no animosity towards either Levi or any of my teammates. I think they all did great. And I hope none of them harbor any animosity towards me. It's just that I compete and I take everything very, very seriously, win or lose. I go back and I watch and I learn. And yeah, I'm very impressed with Levi's commitment, his shoulder commitment, his commitment to his frame, um, and basically just his commitment to his elbow and everything. It was impressive. Um, but like I said, the positives were, number one, I got a pin on Ryan Dunwoody on Wednesday. That's a good positive. Whether or not I cheated him in the strap or not, I mean, again, cheating is a word that we throw around, but it was within the rules of that night. His teammate was the head ref. His teammate was the down ref. And, I got to win. I did take as many advantages as I possibly could, and Ryan did not fight me, and that is why I won. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. I just want to be clear about that. And we were not at 225 each. We were both at 235, so it was not a ranked match, so I do not expect to be getting his rank, nor do I deserve it. I want to make all of that clear. It was a fun match. I think it taught Ryan a bunch. It definitely taught me a bunch. And I know he's a super cool dude. And we talk all the time. And I look forward to practicing with him in the future. I think he's actually going to be focusing on weight training as well for a while to give his tendons the time to heal. But anyway, with all of that being said, I muddled with the idea of not doing videos anymore. And, my wife brought it up that some people do find them to be helpful, especially new pullers. Not only that, but they also are helpful for me when the more experienced pullers or more experienced lifters critique what I'm doing. So I will continue to film my workouts and my training to the best of my ability, and I will continue to try to bring you content that you can sink your teeth into. It will not be as often as it was before, at least for the next month. And then after that, who knows? But at least for the next month, it'll probably be 3 uploads a week. Unless, of course, there's a reaction video or I feel like stirring the pot or something. I don't know. But, it'll be probably 3 uploads a week. I'm also going to be, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing with my diet, because if it doesn't, it's an experiment. And if it doesn't work, I don't want people jumping on the diet in the meantime, and possibly hurting themselves. So it's going to be in a bit of an extreme, not super extreme, so nobody get concerned or anything like that, but it's going to be an experimentation, and it's going to be a bit extreme. And what I want to do is drop to as close to 220 as possible, whether that be a little bit below it or a little bit above it, as fast as possible. And then, see what I have to do to maintain how I feel, or do I keep cutting or whatever. Okay, so that's, like I said, the experiment. So I'm going to be screwing around with that. If it does work, I'll let you know. If it doesn't work, I'll let you know, but that's only after. I'm not going to do it before, because I don't want people jumping on it too, without knowing. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. You're all caught up. Congratulations to Levi Rakowski, which is young Levi, for being officially number 2 on the team. I can't wait to see you face Dan Coral. That'll obviously be after Hunter. Dan Coral is somebody that is a wicked shoulder presser. And he formerly was number 2 on the team. He didn't make the match, or he didn't make the round robin, so he lost his spot. But I think that it'll be a really good match, because he's really, really quick and his tendons are like steel. So I think it'll be a very interesting match. I think Levi is definitely, I know Levi is the stronger guy. It's just a matter of whether or not he can stop Dan's hit, because Dan has a vicious hit. I'm proud to say that aside from the truly heavy hitters in the club, like Nick the coach, Damian Schlosser, James Scalf, those guys. I'm the only guy that has a pin in competition against Dan. I don't have a win as far as a super match, but I have a pin. I don't know if Levi can add his name to that, but I look forward to pulling Dan again in a competition setting. I look forward to pulling Levi 2 again in a competition setting. I'm not so sure I look forward to pulling Levi Rakowski in a competition setting anytime soon. He's a different breed. But Carolina Rollers are really starting to make their mark here in North Carolina. Carolina arm wrestling is just off the chain right now. We're doing so many good things. So yeah, stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Take it easy. Have a good night. I'm going to bed. Take it easy.